Hello you guys, welcome back to the channel, and as you can see we already got the glam on because today's video is going to be an actual different one for once. We're going to be doing a talkie video. I haven't done one of these in a while, but I did just want to sit down and talk to the camera because the day I'm filming this, it is June 2nd, meaning it is Pride Month, and if you know me in real life or just have a kind of a guess from just watching my prior videos, I am openly gay. And I have my own coming out experience and coming out stories and just overall like a lot of thoughts, and I wanted to talk about them and hopefully help people feel comfortable or just anything, I guess. Super quickly though, before we really get into the stories and everything, I do just want to admit I understand that not everyone is going to be privileged or lucky enough to have a good coming out experience. That's why whenever you're I just want to be very clear that I got really lucky with my parents and everything, that it was super chill and it was really freeing for me to come out, because you never know how people are gonna react. Obviously for me, my parents are the most important people in my life. So that was gonna be really like hard if it wasn't easy for me. But I understand that it's not going to be easy for everybody, and some people aren't ready to come out yet. And I'm hoping that this video will make you feel a little bit more okay to do so and be yourself. So, with that out of the way, let's just finally get into this damn video. So, I am currently 20. I'm about to be 21 this upcoming October, meaning I came out at the age of 13. I don't exactly know the pivotal moment when I realized I was gay. I just remember like moments growing up that maybe influenced or sparked some thoughts in my brain, I guess. But I don't know why I always get bothered when people ask me, it's like, oh, how did you come out, or how did you know, or yada yada yada. And truthfully, for me, I didn't have a pinpoint moment when I knew I was different in the sense of like that. I think over time started gradually gravitating to men. I've had everyone has girlfriend boyfriends in like elementary school. I had girlfriends in elementary school, so like no one ever thought anything. And I think the like pivotal, like as a kid, like I was never interested in like getting a girlfriend or anything as a kid. I was never interested in that. It never like sparked my mind, because also it's elementary school. It didn't fucking matter. I was too busy running around on the blacktop. So for me growing up, love was I never cared about it, honestly, to be truthful. So like I never like noticed anything until I think I was 10 or 11, one of the two. There was a scene in like, I think it was an older Adam Sandler movie or whatever, but it was on a beach. I don't remember the exact scene, but it was on a beach, like some friends or whatever, and there was a scene where like he is I remember, this is gonna sound really fucking gross, but like he's like, I don't know, and I don't know the context of the movie, but this is just what I remember. He was shitting in a bucket or like a cooler or whatever to like fuck with friends or fuck with these people. I don't know the exact story. Just don't give up yet. But I remember his like thighs were like exposed, and that was like and like I rewound that scene specifically so many times as a kid when I like saw that, and I was like, I never thought about anything. But that was like the first moment of me like kind of like putting something in gear. I'm so sorry about the story though. But flash forward to middle school for me. I'm in middle school. It's gym, and that's when people are saying that's gay a lot. That was like the terms like oh, that's super gay. You didn't know it as a kid what it meant, but kids were saying it, and this is also gonna help my case. I'm thinking about it now, but I have to do. Just bear with me. I don't know how this started, but I was I was doing this, right? Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I was doing this, and someone in PE was like, that's gay. And I don't know why. My brain was like, oh, okay. So I stopped doing it in school, but like, I remember going home, and I don't know why I did it, but I did. I did that. I think this was also before, like, This was definitely before I learned about what masturbation was. Definitely before then. Oh my god, that looks so fucked up. I hope I don't get this video taken down. Oh my god. Okay. But that was kind of like my second like motion. I also like is I don't know if it was just me. I never had like celebrity crushes as kids. Like I never had like I was like fond of like celebrities as a kid. I never cared. Um so like whenever someone was like, "Oh, I love Scarlett Johansson or Miley Cyrus," I was just like, "Don't know any of these bitches. Don't know, don't care. I'm not interested. I'm interested in going home." Um okay, but like then things started to shift. I don't know what it was, but I remember my first like real like pivoting moment that like I knew like something was interesting, something was different. Um I had a tablet. I had a tablet, and this is when I was living in Illinois, by the way. I had a tablet, and I don't know what it was, but something caught over me, and I went on YouTube and I was just searching away and shit like that, you know, not knowing what things meant. And that's kind of when I started realizing things were definitely different if I'm searching things up like this. Um, and so that's kind of like something that started questioning in my brain. I was 11 at the time. Now, flash forward, I'm 12. I'm living in Arizona now. And I don't know what really kind of. It's just like a lot of things that I don't really know how it started, but it got to a point when I started looking at guys differently. Um, I was never really interested in like women from like a young age. I never cared, and like I think a reason why also like I don't know why. I think I had seen like a picture or whatever the fuck it was, but and truthfully, this is also why like I still say this to this day, even when people ask me, I just like to fuck with them and I say this. But as a kid, like I meant this. Why are you into men? I was like because the vagina is scary. Like it's that shit's scary, man. Like I guess it's just like my brain was like that's something I don't know. I know this indicating a dick. So I don't know. I think that was just like another moment. I was like that shit is freaky. Um, Now comes to age 13, and I got my first phone, and I'm fully going at it, you know, with searches and shit. I think we can all understand what I'm hinting at. But yeah, that was definitely like I started searching shit when I was 13 and figuring things out and realizing that hey, I'm kind of attracted to this. I think it was just like the male physique or something I'm way more into than like the women's physique. Um, and obviously, do like watching this like a lot of shit I'm not supposed to at a young age. It was definitely damaging. I'm pretty sure about that, and it's definitely set me up for to fail a little bit later down in life when I go into high school. But you know, at the time, that was like what was kind of defying and like helping me build and realize what I was and wasn't attracted to. Now comes the fun part. How I came out to my parents, because my parents are very. My dad specifically is very. He's very not stereotypically white, but like he's definitely like a big dude, tattoos, bald, 6 foot, you know, very strong person. And as a kid, I was terrified of that shit. I was fucking terrified. And one day, it's Christmas Day. I'm 13, and I get pulled into the garage with my parents. Because we for Christmas we had gotten brand new phones, and so cool, sure, yeah, cool. So as my parents are setting them up, they call me into the garage with them, and they sit me down on the couch in the garage, and they start talking. I don't exactly remember like all that they said because at this point it's been like almost 6 years now, I think. Um, they start saying shit and you know asking me questions, and this whole time they're holding my phone because at the time I did not know how to clear history off my phone. So, you know, everything I've been searching was on my phone, on my Google history, and I'm starting to sweat. I'm freaking out. I'm like getting scared now because, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I hadn't came out to them yet. I didn't know if I was going to, how I was going to. I hadn't thought about it like that yet. And so then my dad gets to the question. He's like, "Do you have something to tell us?" And I don't know why I did this, but I remember pointing to the floor, like doing this, and I think it was indicating to the phone, maybe. I don't know. But I was doing this and I said, "I'm that." Fucking freaking the fuck out, by the way, because again, I'm 13 and I'm scared. And my dad asked me, he's like, "You are what?" And I say, "I'm gay." And then the next thing he said was the most memorable shit ever. It changed my life. He said, "I don't give a fuck that you're gay. Why are you watching porn?" Like he raised his voice to say that, and immediately when he said that, like my stress level fucking faded. I was like, "What?" He's like, "I don't care if you're gay. Why are you watching so much porn?" And I was like, I was speechless. Honestly, I was fucking speechless. And my mom chimes in, and she's like, "You watched a concerning amount." And because it was me and my sister who were getting new phones, they each took a phone to, like, you know, set everything up and everything. And my poor mom, I don't know why my mom always finds the awkward shit from me. My poor mom had my phone. Oh god. So she saw, and she was showing me, she was scrolling and scrolling, and I looking back at it now, I was like, damn, that was a concerning amount of porn. And, you know, we had a talk, and they basically told me that they accept me, that they were not judgmental. And honestly, my dad also said, is like, he kind of knew. And he was like, because like looking back at older pictures from like that time period, I can definitely see how he fucking thought and knew I was. My mom, on the other hand, did not. She didn't think I was. She just thought I was really sensitive, and I think my dad, even in that moment, said, "Look at him," and you know he was right. GG, Dad. And that was kind of like the first moment. Like we still had a talk afterwards and everything, and you know they reassured me that they'll support me and accept me for who I am, and that shit really stuck with me. I got really grateful, really lucky that that was my experience with them. Even though at the time that shit was fucking traumatizing. Now looking back at it, I just love laughing about it because it is funny, you know. Um, a concerning amount of porn for a 13-year-old kid is interesting. That was my story about how I came out to my parents, and honestly, it is the one of my favorite memories with them. Even though it was traumatizing at the beginning, it really is just like a moment I'm really grateful that I got to have with them. Not ideal how I wanted to do it, but also appreciative. And I learned a lot from that. I quickly learned to clear my history. But that was my experience on coming out to my parents. I hope that this helped. I hope that you found a laugh out of it, and I hope that it makes you feel a little better in any way. I will see you guys in the next one, but thank you so much for watching and listening to my story. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, and be safe.